talking about the nature of criminology. Criminology in its nature, when you talk about nature of something, you are possibly talking about the features, the characteristics, the qualities, the important features of something. So let's look at some of the important features of criminology as a discipline. Now, that is what we are talking about. What is the nature of criminology? When you talk about the nature of criminology, we are talking about it is a scientific study or a behavioral science. Criminology is a scientific study or a behavioral science. That is, it follows the principles of science. Criminology as a discipline must, maintain, or the students in training must maintain the tenets of science, the principles of research, the principles of science. You must follow all the principles of research or the principle of science, as the case may be. And also, criminology is a behavioral science, like we say, like behavioral sciences like such as anthropology, psychology, economics, political science, sociology. All these are behavioral science, and each of these behavioral science study one aspect of human behavior. For instance, psychology studies the mental aspect of human behavior, while criminology study the criminal aspect of human behavior, while the sociology study the entire human society, and that is why they are referred to as behavioral science or behavioral sciences. Now, talking about this nature of criminology. Interesting, right? Very interesting. A part of nature of criminology is it is dynamic. Criminology is dynamic. I hope you know it is a dynamic discipline. That is, criminology changes as social conditions change. Criminology changes as social conditions change. What do we mean by that? Social conditions such as unemployment, poverty, crime, abuse of alcohol, mention them, lack of education, lack of parental guidance. All these are social conditions. So they said that it changes as social conditions change. For instance, when there is high rate of unemployment, there will be high rate of crime. Crime will rise. That is the social condition we are talking about, as that criminology is dynamic, and also criminology is multifaceted. Very interesting to know. It is multifaceted. It is multi-dynamic, multidisciplinary, and or interdisciplinary field of study. If you are a student of criminology, you are a criminologist in training, you should know that you have to be vast. You have to be vast in research. You have to be vast in knowledge. You have to read wide across other disciplines. For instance, why criminology is referred to as multidisciplinary or interdisciplinary, it covers sociology, law, it covers medicine, covers geography. That's what we call geography of crime or criminal geography. It covers psychology, covers biology. That's what we call biological school of criminology. So you can see that criminology covers sciences, covers social sciences, and many other disciplines. And that is why if you are a student of criminology, you cannot be a dull student, because it will broaden your knowledge. It will make you to read across all that disciplines. All right, now let's talk about the scope of criminology. I haven't mentioned the nature of criminology. Let's move to the scope of criminology. A round of applause for yourself. We are making progress, isn't it? Good. Now, what is What do we mean by the scope of criminology? We are talking about the extent of criminology, the extent of criminology. And for instance, criminology covers penology. When you talk about the scope of criminology, we are talking about the penology. There is a penology is the study of penal sanction, that is the study of punishment, study of prison system, as the case may be. And also criminology, talking about the scope of criminology, is victimology. That's what we call victimology, that is the study of the victim of crime. And also criminalistics. Criminalistic is majorly the jurisdiction of law enforcement agency, because it has to do with study, scientific study of investigation or forensic science or forensics. And also the scope of criminology also covers what we call administration of criminal justice, as I mentioned earlier, and also cybercrime. Yes, cybercrime. You are wondering cybercrime. If you read most of the old materials, you will not see cybercrime. That is why we say criminology is dynamic. It's dynamic in nature. And now, criminology, crime has also moved from a physical space to a cyberspace. Crime is now on a cyberspace, on a large scale, so to speak. So, as a criminologist or student of criminology, you must also try to understand the crime in the cyberspace. As a matter of fact, in criminology, there is what we call a subdiscipline called cyber criminology. It's a subdiscipline of the discipline of criminology. And that will be the end of our class today. But before we call it draw the curtain, I want us to do our reflection time. Pause and take a moment, take about 5 minutes and reflect about the meaning of criminology, reflect about the nature and the scope of criminology. Now let's also consider our discussion question for today. Discussion question number 1 is, why is criminology as a discipline so important to the society? Why is criminology as a discipline so important to the society? And the second discussion question is, from this definition, the scholarly definition, which one stood out for you? Which of the definitions stood out for you? And that will be the end of our class. See you in our subsequent class. Hope you enjoyed this class.